That's kind of annoying. Got that copper in a goofy spot. Always unexpected ways about doing things. This is goofy. Just having the copper going on above the floor, so a new shower pan, that's not going to work. We're going to have to refinagle some of this stuff. And we also have to put a new drain assembly anyways, but yeah, that's kind of a Mickey Mouse way of doing this. I'm not sure why they went that route. So we'll just put a random length on here for now. Use one of these caps so we can get the water back on. Okay, so in tight areas, this little hacksaw actually makes it a lot easier to get into the tight spots. So what I'm going to do, because I'm not 100% sure where my drain absolutely has to be for the shower pan, so I'm going to cut off this entire trap, and I want to cut right behind the fitting for my P-trap, because my goal is to just to put a new P-trap on and then adapt the 2-inch. So let's go ahead and cut this off. So that gets my fitting right outside there. And what my hope is to bring this around and that this would adapt to my new shower pan. But we'll have to temporarily set the shower pan to see what that looks like. Okay, so let's just take a look. So we're at 15 inches to the center of our pan. And I'm just going to mark my joist right here at the center. So that's where I want my P-trap to be centered. So it does look like I'm going to have to recut a little bit of that 2x4. I think we'll be fine with our drain. Might have well, I think we'll be all right, honestly. There might be a little bit of shaving of the joist, but I just want to make sure that I'm tight against my back wall. I mean, this pan sits pretty tight all the way around, which is good. Let's pay attention to how level it is. It's not too bad. It's pretty good. This way. Looks pretty good as well. But yeah, everything looks good. So we got to get this plumbing in line first before we even consider setting the pan. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we're gonna have to cut a little bit of this 2x4. That's kind of looks like a drywall catcher down below here. So this is where our center line is. So I'm just gonna use my oscillating tool to cut this out. So we'll go ahead and glue this in first. So make sure that this halfway mark lines up with this halfway mark when you glue it. Okay, we're going to use some primer and PVC glue. Just glue each, or prime each side of the fitting, including the pipe here. Okay, just make sure those lines line up. And what we'll do is glue this pipe. Make sure we got glue on this. I want to just make sure that this is plumb. That works. 6 inches. You put this in. Just make sure it stays level, the trap arm, so that the riser pipe will stay plumb. So if you put a level on that, that'll make sure that that riser pipe stays straight. Just hold that for a couple seconds while that sets up. So this is not ideal, as I was mentioning, but if you have to, this is the better way to go about making it a 2-inch riser pipe, is to do it on the vertical entity above the trap. So we're basically going to try to make this almost fitting the fitting, and then this will connect to our shower pan. Again, ideally, it's best to have 2-inch all the way to the main waste stack. A lot of areas are not going to meet code doing this, but all intents and purposes, this is going to function completely fine. It's just some areas won't meet code. So I'm going to have a little short piece, connect this to. Honestly, we're going to make it fitting to fitting so that we can have as much of that riser pipe and it doesn't interfere with the bottom of the shower pan, because that basically the OD drain assembly goes down below the floor joist about an inch or so. So you want to try to keep this fitting to fitting. So we'll glue that first. And we'll get a riser pipe that just extends out of the floor, and we'll cut that after the pan is in. Okay, so we'll just get a 2-inch riser pipe coming out of the floor. And this is just going to be kind of wild. Not too far out, probably about an inch out of the floor. And then we'll cut this down after we get the pan in. Okay, so that should be good. We'll test our pan. Probably gonna have to cut a little bit of this subfloor out right here. So there is no question, if I was a newer contractor trying to get into bathroom remodeling, this would be the type of project I'd be really focusing on, because let's be honest, the boomer generation that has all the money, they're the ones who need to change out their existing tubs and put in a walk-in shower. And if you're doing newer homes, like built in the 80s and 90s like this home was, it's going to be a really easy process. You can really basically transform a tub into a shower in about 3 days. So that's what I highlight in my course. Definitely check it out. It steps you through the entire process from day 1 to day 3 to get this completed. And I also include some estimates. And then if you become a DIY Geek member, you'll get all of my courses all wrapped into one. This will really help you out because there's a lot of different scenarios when it comes to plumbing, electrical, and all the other processes that are involved. You know, it kind of really helps out with being able to do this as well, because you can go to those other courses and find the information you need. So I hope you can sign up, but I'm telling you, if you can get into this field right now and do this type of specialty, you'll really be able to make a great career out of it. So thanks for watching, and I hope these tips helped you out. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.